clubs with just one win each this season, but with vastly contrasting momentum and form, come up against each other tonight. Welcome along to our Tampines Hub for this 2025-26 Singapore Premier League fixture between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers. This is match week 5. We have already had 2 fixtures played, with Balestier Khalsa beating Tanjung Pagar United 2-1 on Friday, while the Young Lions lost their 5th game of the season as they fell to a 3-1 defeat against Geylang International on Saturday. The other fixture taking place tonight is between the Lion City Sailors and Albirex Niigata Singapore. Our focus though is on this contest between Hougang and BG Tampines. It's an important game for BG Tampines in the title race. As we have a look at the standings, they find themselves in 5th, 5 points from their first 3 games. They are already 7 behind the league leaders, so they will know just how important a win tonight is to ensure that gap doesn't grow. Tampines are also just 2 points ahead of Hougang in 6th, and victory for the Cheetahs will see them going ahead of their opposition on the table. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides ahead of this one, with Panarai Pansiri up first, followed by Nur Rahman of BG Tampines.
You could move above Tampines with a win today. Is that added motivation for the players?
Yes, what we give the motivation for player is about if we can beat them today, we will got big confidence back, because Tampines is the best team and we know already, but we try to have motivation for be the big team.
Have you made any changes to your starting 11 to address the issues seen in recent games?
No, we not change too much. We still true in our player. We use the same lineup, but we expect they can fix our them mistake and have more confidence for this game.
Hi Coach.
Hello.
It's only been 3 days since Tampines played their last match at the AFC Cup. How ready are the players for another tough battle this evening?
Yeah, obviously the games are coming thick and fast, right? But the players are ready, the team are ready, the squad. I mean, again, we are rotating some players, but again, the intentions are the same. We want to walk in every game to try and win games.
With matches coming thick and fast, how are you balancing priorities between domestic league success and your continental campaign?
Yeah, all those competitions that we are involved in, I think is equally important. And tonight is the same. If we want to be a top team, I think every competition we take it seriously. And I spoke to the team just before this, and if we want to arrive in May, which is, you know, the last bit of the end of the league season, and we want to arrive there with a chance to compete for this title, we need to win this kind of games.
Well, great hearing from the coaches there prior to kick-off. With me in the commentary position is someone who's been there, done that, former head coach in the SPL, Hide Kamis. Hide, a new coach at the helm for Hougang United, just 28 years of age. There was no official announcement from the club, from Hougang United, which is bizarre, but there you go. This is how we're finding out. What do you make of this change?
I'm as surprised as you are. I walked into our commentary booth not knowing exactly what to expect, and saw a different name on the team sheet. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of changes in terms of how Hougang is going to play. He has been with the club since the start of the season. He knows the players. A few personnel in terms of player change as well, with some of the players who are being mutually terminated over the last few weeks. I really have no idea what the club's direction is at this point of time. Who are they looking at? Whether this is going to be an interim position, or are they going to be employing somebody new in time to come? But we do know that Akbar Nawaz is there. He should be the one, you know, charting the direction and providing the advice for the pretty inexperienced head coach Panarai Pansari. And I'm really excited to see what he's going to bring tonight, especially after a few games that haven't been really convincing in terms of performance and also the results. But they are playing against a very, very, very confident and a good side in BG Tampines Rovers.
So an opportunity for the 28-year-old a new head coach on an interim basis, perhaps. Panarai Pansiri, as he comes up against one of the stronger sides in Singapore football. BG Tampines Rovers, a tradition of winning things. And they are one of the teams who are usually challenging for honours come the end of the season. First meeting between the sides this campaign. It's a fixture which tends to go the way of BG Tampines with their superior head-to-head record against this opposition, although Hougang United have been able to cause their fair share of issues as well, with a win and a draw from their 5 meetings last season. BG Tampines did pick up 3 big victories against them as well. This is a contest which tends to deliver when it comes to goals. It's a fixture which has never seen a 0-0 draw, going all the way back to 2006. And in 65 games between these clubs in all competitions, BG Tampines have scored 174 goals to Hougang's 88, both clubs combining to produce an average of just over 4 goals per game when they face off. Referee for this one is Jansen Fu, just his second SPL match of the season as the referee. The first assistant referee will be J. Ashok Raj. Lim Eng Sun is the second assistant referee, and the fourth official for this fixture, Muhammad Taufik Tana. Video assistant referees, VAR Andrea Verolino, assistant VAR Elson Fu. Well, let's have a look at the starting 11, beginning with the home side. Hougang United, they have made 3 changes from their last SPL outing. Nabilai Kibunguchi comes in for Kanok Kongsima in central defence. Huzaifa Aziz is suspended after his sending off against Albirex, so he is replaced by Farhan Zulkifli, who makes a welcome return to the side, having missed the last game through illness. Victor Blasco is also fit enough to start this time. He replaces Hugo Kametani, who is one of the options available on the bench alongside the likes of Hakal Pasha, Anders Aplin and Kanok Kongsima. There is the 28-year-old Panarai Pansiri, fantastic first name. He must be a big fan of timekeeping. Former China FC head coach, had 54 matches as the head coach there. Let's have a look at the starting 11 for BG Tampines. They have made 2 changes from their game in AFC Champions League 2 against Pohang Steelers. Taufik Suparno comes in for his second start of the season. Irfan Najib also gets an appearance in the first 11. He comes in at right back in place of Amirul Adli, who has to make do with a place on the bench. The SPL top scorer for BG Tampines, Glenn Quay, is also on the substitutes bench. There's plenty of quality in there. This is a very good BG Tampines Rovers squad, but they have to start getting those results on the board in the league. They are in a good run of form. Nur Rahman has lost just once since coming in, but he'll be looking for them to put points on the board on the domestic front.
Hugely important for BG Tampines Rovers now not to get too far away from the league leaders. Well, they have a squad to win the championship. They have the depth, they have the quality in depth as well, and maybe they are putting their intentions a bit more, concentrating a bit more on the regional competitions, but the league is where the bread and butter is. They should be putting their efforts more on getting the points, and this is the game that they should win and they must win to get closer to the top.
As a number 8, Shah Shahiran in your picture right now, a fantastic central midfielder, high energy and wonderful technical quality to boot as well. Shazan Buhari, who's looked pretty steady in goal this season for BG Tampines, captain of the side. There's Joel Chu getting another opportunity to start in the absence of Koya Kazama, who continues to miss out through injury. Zafan on loan at Hougang from the Lion City Sailors. He's getting the minutes that he's been looking for over the last few years. A regular starter in goal for the club. Here we go then at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers with kickoff, going from right to left on your screens in the grey and black, up against Hougang United in the orange and blue, going from left to right. It is Hougang United who are the designated home side this evening at our Tampines Hub. And BG Tampines normally call this ground home, but they are the away team this evening. Yes, Fox, who was so solid in central defense against Pohang Steelers in midweek. Wonderful partnership that he's forming with Shuya Yamashita. That's been something that has improved for BG Tampines. The number of clean sheets that they've been able to pick up this season.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, a team's spine, which is coming through the center, the base of it is hugely important. That's where the team is building their stability on. And I think this season, they have understood one another a whole lot better. And they've played more games together. I don't think they have made any changes between these two positions. Nur Rahman and also previously Akbar Nawas. And it is showing for the team because right now they are comfortable and they are pretty defensively solid.
Well, not too many changes for BG Tampines in terms of their personnel on the pitch. Plenty of changes for them off the pitch. With the new chairman coming in.
Yeah.
Head coaches being changed as well very rapidly. We had Akbar Nawas initially replacing Kevin Lee, who was at the club for more than 5 years, and then Akbar Nawas for about 83 days or so in charge, and then he's been replaced by Muhammad Nur Rahman. But it's going well for them at the moment.
Well, I think for Muhammad Nur Rahman, he's been in the club for a few seasons now, helping Gavin, and he knows the players inside out. He knows how to operate within the club itself. It is a natural replacement, somebody who's going to be steadying the ship, who I don't think really needs steadying as well, but he has been producing results. So good on him and also the team as well.
Shah with the ball into the box. Kimunguchi with the header. Blasco with a touch. Onto Setawood. Holds on to it very nicely under the challenge from Hide Higashikawa. It was almost, I guess you could say, a heroic performance from BG Tampines against Pohang Steelers. They scored just 16 seconds into the game and then held on. And they could have scored a few more in the second half on the counter-attack. Looked the threat on the transition. Came away with that 1-0 win. They stay at 100% in that competition.
Well, they are in a fantastic position now. You know, it's still tough. They still have to travel to South Korea on the 6th of November to play hopefully the first team of Pohang Steelers. But they took away 3 points from them, and they are in a fantastic position now to control things, dictate things.
Here's Sega Sumi, his first season as a senior pro, and he's looked very steady in midfield alongside Shah Shahiran. Don't really miss Kyoga Nakamura. And Bahagia are not happy with that challenge from Yotsakon, who tries to apologize, but Bahagia is not having any of that.
Yeah, I think he's not happy with how things have gone. He lost the ball, got it back. Slight touch. Wasn't really being kicked out. Yotsakon playing on the right-hand side under the new interim coach, Panarai Pansiri. Does look like the number 11 Setawut Wong Sai and also Victor Blasco is playing up front. Could be a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1, especially when they are defending.
Yamashita back to Fox. Yoshimoto. Shah. Irfan Najib just tucks inside. Taufik Suparno providing with. Good run on the inside by Jolchu. Higashikawa in the box. Buhaja as well, just behind him. Esega Sumi. Shah. I don't expect BG Tampines to have a lot of control in this match.
Yeah. Well, especially after playing just 3 days before this, and they need to really save their energy with possession of the ball rather than trying to get into possession and pressing. You're going to waste a lot of energy by doing that.
Now that was good refereeing from Jansen Fu. He just waited to see if there was any advantage to be had by BG Tampines. Shah, with the contact initially, tried to keep going. It was Chon Lawit with the foul. couple of options here. Joel Chu and Takeshi Yoshimoto. Joel Chu will provide the in-swinger. Yoshimoto, if he takes it, he's swinging away from goal. There it is. It is Yoshimoto. Not too bad of a ball in. Headed away by Ryan Sanizal. Coming up against his former club. As Bahagia pokes it to Shah. He'll just slow it down. He wants his teammates to get themselves back into the right positions. Clever pass out wide. As Irfan Najib crosses deep. Festering wasn't taking any chances. Puts it out for another corner.
Well, there's no one there surrounding him. Didn't really had any help as well, I think, from his goalkeeper. Played it safe. Just touching it out for a corner kick.
That's played in by Joel Chu. Caused a problem or two. And it fell to Zafan, who's given it straight back to BG Tampines. He was trying to release Setawood, who's saying he wanted it in space rather than behind him. Shah. Here's Sega Sumi. Fox. Trying to turn Yoshimoto. And exchanging positions with Joel Chu just for the moment. Shuya Yamashita. Bahagia. Sumi. Not too strong for Chonlawit.
I think this is what Segasumi brings as well into the BG Tampines midfield. Kyoga is slight frame. His Segasumi is physically stronger as well, and especially when you play with Shah Shahriran, you need to cover that aspect of the game. Well, he doesn't look like a footballer, like the way he carries himself, the way he walks, but he's really a good addition to the BG Tampines side.
You sometimes see that in a number of players, especially you find central midfielders a little bit languid in their style, and it looks at times like they're playing in slow motion, but I can guarantee you that it's not the case.
Well, he's always almost first to the ball all the time. His anticipation is fantastic. He reads the game really well. Well, I'm not so sure if he knows how to speak English or communicate in a way, but I'm sure football does the talking.
And it's pretty simple out there as well, isn't it? Just go, you drop in, I'll go out wide, you come in. Compact.
The simple keywords.
Simple keywords, yeah. Yoshihama going to play the ball over the top. Well, you mentioned this we were talking about Hougang in the lead up to the game. You're not quite sure what their style is, what their identity is. And I think that's been something that they're struggling with in the opening few weeks of the season.
Yeah, I remember the chairman, Bill, wanted to go to a different direction by having Thai players being signed a lot more this season. We are not seeing a typically Thai team, right, with the way that they are playing. And even though they have more Thai players than any other nationalities within the foreign players, they don't really play football on the ground. They are not that compact defensively. I still have yet to understand how they are going to attack or how they're going to defend. By their last 4 performances that they have had, still work in progress, and they have to do things right quickly, because they are, even though they have 3 points, they are still quite far away in terms of performance.
That's Suwa. Yuma Suwa playing it right back. Initially came in as a central midfielder. Sega Sumi gets taken out by Setawood.
It looks like a pop star with his hairdo. Oh, that doesn't look so good. Credit to him, he just picked himself up, continues to play the game.
Aja. Yamashita swept out to Taufik. Not tight enough with that first touch. Festering was close.
Yeah, first touch, letting him down. Jordan Vestring just waiting for that poor touch before pouncing.
Glasgow very deep, trying to get involved. Haven't been able to get him or Farhan Zulkifli on the ball in advanced areas of the pitch. 11 minutes gone as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think they haven't had any opportunity to go into the attacking third.
It's nicely played though. Out from that pressure from left to right, and Yotsakon runs straight into Yoshimoto. BG Tampines, their only loss from the last 9 games in all competitions was to Malaysia's Selangor, the ASEAN Club Championship. They are unbeaten in the SPL, although they might feel a little frustration with the fact that they've won just once. With that victory coming against Tanjung Pagar United. Their other 2 games ended in draws against Geylang and Balestier Khalsa in their last league outing. That was a painful draw as well for BG Tampines, a very late equalizer. Ju trying to get away from his marker. Setterwood put pressure on Yamashita. He's going to get to this. And he needed some composure. Better decision making from Setterwood, and there could have been problems for BG Tampines.
Yeah, exactly. I think he was going out wide. He didn't have that balance. He didn't have that angle to take that shot. Well, he's had support if he had controlled it, and you see Farhan Zulkifli was arriving late in the box, and he was arriving first ahead of any BG Tampines Rovers players. Again, not something that you would see typically from a Thai player. We are having a bit of confusion here.
It's going to be a drop ball on the far side of the pitch.
I'm not so sure what that was all about.
Shita sends it long anyway. Higashikawa, who's really hard working up front. Not just about getting goals, but he puts in a huge shift for the side in that role. Yoshihama, Vestering. Always looks very comfortable in possession, Yoshihama. That was Blasco who gave it to Higashikawa. So apparently what had happened, Hide, was Jensen Fu had to do a drop ball because the ball boy got a bit excited and picked the ball up while it was still in play.
That's something you don't see every game.
BG Tampines, big favourites coming into this game against the Hougang United side. Just 1 win from their 4 SPL matches. They've had a tough start to their season, 3 defeats. Their latest coming in a 4-0 thrashing against Albirex Niigata Singapore 10 days ago. And goals have been hard to come by as well for this side.
Yeah.
They've been shipping them pretty cheaply on the defensive end. 8 conceded and just 3 scored.
Yeah, again, it's tough when you are not fully coordinated, both in defense and in attack. You will be punished much more than you will try and score those goals.
Higashikawa has won a corner. Let's have another look at the incident. There we go. Goes all the way out. Have a look at the ball boy. He threw the ball back on. I got a bit too excited there. A young man.
Yeah, usually sometimes I think you just want to throw the ball back in to get the play started as soon as possible, and even before the ball rolls out.
The referee doing his job. For the flick on at the near post, Kimunguchi hooks it clear. Has to follow the laws of the game, doesn't he?
Yeah, you have to. Like, you can just let it go, right? But at the end,
he'll get in trouble.
Yeah,
if
he'll
he
get in
does let it
trouble.
go.
The situation is totally different, right? If it's a goal kick or throw in and a drop ball.
So they're just having a look at potentially an incident as that corner was played in, and there was a flick on, and I wonder if they're saying it might just have brushed an arm on its way through. So they're just having a closer look at that. The VAR, Andrea Verolino. It is for a potential handball. Here's another look at this, Hide.
Can't really see from that angle. Well, I think it was Ryan Sanizal. No, I think it was
Yotsakon, perhaps, and he came
Yotsakon,
off with his header, and Ryan Sanizal was there as well. Good luck trying to figure that out. I didn't see any obvious arms extended away from the body.
Well, we have the benefit of the replay, and from that replay, we can't really see anything as well.
I don't think there was anything in that, so there isn't going to be a penalty, or there isn't going to be a review. PG Tampines runners up to the Lion City Sailors in both the league and Singapore Cup last season. And at one point, it looked like they were going to really be strong challengers for the title. No problems for PG Tampines as they play their way out from the press. It's in the DNA of the club. We spoke about Hougang's lack of identity when it comes to PG Tampines. You know exactly what to expect because it's been that way for decades now.
Yeah, they're going to play out from the back at all costs, and they have been really good at it. They have outlet, they know the options, and when you look at that situation just now, you can see Hougang United again pressing individually. There's no unit, there's no cohesiveness as well, and you can't win a ball or win possession from those moments of pressing where it's easy for BG.
Kimunguchi, Glasgow.
Well, he drops off Glasgow just to get that overload in midfield, but it's getting nowhere as well. It's just there.
Here's a player who can make a difference. Farhan tried to whip it into Setawood. Might be the first time we've seen Farhan in attack, receiving possession and getting a chance to run at the BG Tampines defense.
And I still think that he's not that far up the field to really do any damage. Still cutting in, is almost in central area, central part of midfield.
Ryan Sanizal. Festering. Farhan. Against Taufik. Decides to go back to Blasco. Well-timed challenge by Taufik Suparno. Cholchu takes it off Vista Blasco. The 31-year-old Spaniard was unwell. Missed out on the matchday squad for that fixture against Albirex. Born in Barcelona, Blasco. think it might have been Vestering with the nudge in the back instead of Victor Blasco.
Well, the referee has decided for a throw-in instead.
As Fox. Shah. Well, big news in the other fixture. Lion City Sailors have taken the lead against Elbrecht Negata Singapore. Leonard T with the opening goal. Lion City Sailors, the only side in the league with a 100% record.
Yeah, something you would expect from Lion City Sailors, especially with the squad expensively assembled.
Leonard T has been in a great run of form for them. Sumi went down under the challenge from Chon Lawit. Half out of the peels for a penalty. Got straight back up onto his feet. Here's Yotsakon, under 23 international. Came through with Chonburi. His first move away from Thailand. I guess it's nice for a young foreign player as well to, when you are moving overseas, to have other foreign players of the same nationality as yours.
Exactly, I think it's huge, especially when you're moving to a foreign place. You don't know the language as well. I don't think he speaks fantastic English, and it's always going to be helpful for your teammates, or to have teammates of your own nationality. Should be staying together as well, just to adapt to life off the field.
That's Ryan Sanizal. Farhan. That's hugely important. You mentioned life off the pitch. Big part of it.
You play, you train 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of the time you're off the pitch. How you adapt to it, the food, culture is hugely important as well.
Ryan Sanizal. Yoshihama. Thankfully, he can get pretty good Thai food in Singapore still. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Farhan. Can they work this one well? They're starting to grow into this game, Hougang.
Good spell of possession, just knocking the ball from left to right and back to the left again for Farhan. And this is exactly what you would expect from the number 10, cutting inside onto his right foot, trying to take that ball and curl it across to the far post. Deflected away for a corner kick.
Gone very deep for Kimoguchi. Dylan Fox was there to challenge and has won the goal kick.
Two big players going up for the corner kick. Farhan opted to go to the far post for the big man, number 36.
Fox was playing in Finland with FC Lahti before his move to Singapore. Bahajia. 3 caps for Malta at senior international level. So represented Australia at under 23 level. He's had a great start to his BG Tampines career, Trent Bahajia, especially on the continental stage. He's made a big difference. The goals that he scored in the AFC Champions League too. The top scorer in that competition.
He brings a lot of quality on the wings. Doesn't matter whether whether he plays right or left side. That small little added quality is totally different, especially when you're playing against tougher opponents, just to get you out of pressure. Outlet that you play to on the left or on the right, wherever he's at.
What's interesting about Bahagia as well is he hasn't scored yet in the SPL. 6 fouls so far in this contest. 4 for Hougang.
I think he saved it for the bigger stage. And that's something that BG Tampines as a whole is doing right now. Still not getting a lot out of those 3 games that they played. Only 1 win and 2 draws.
That's Farhan. Well, after a good start from BG Tampines, they've started to just drop off. And it's Hougang who are turning up the pressure.
Well, despite the good start, we didn't really have clear-cut opportunities for BG Tampines. They are still holding on a lot to the ball, the possession, but nothing much in the attacking third or inside the penalty box. It does look like Victor Blasco is just free roaming.
Set the work back to John Lawit. Vestering. Farhan. Well, no surprise that he's seeing a lot of ball down the left. Yoshihama, first time cross, easily headed away by Yamashita. It's going to come back to Yoshihama. Oh, clever. Vestering with the run. Get another chance. Nope, instead he's decided to let that go out for a corner.
Well, I think the last 5 to 10 minutes is the best I've seen Hougang play all season long. There's a bit more structure in attack. There's a bit of possession. There's a bit of rotation in midfield as well.
4 corners so far, 2 each.
We have a bit of a range of spectators.
Yeah.
From, or rather, on the site of Tampines Hub.
This is our Tampines Hub for you. That's what it's like. It's a community hub. Got a bit of dancing going on in the background there, behind that corner. Good strong header away. Nice height and distance. Farhan could be in behind. Was he nudged over? He took some contact, but not enough for the referee to think about a penalty. Bahagia. Important touch from Yuma Suwa.
Offside. BG Tampines. It's not offside. It's definitely not offside from Bahagia.
BG Tampines coming into this fixture already 7 points off the Lion City Sailors at the top of the standings. If you look at the table as it stands, Sailors will be extending that advantage, currently in the lead against Alberex. Sagashikawa holds it up well. Takes the foul from Ryan Sanizar. There's Fox. Very nicely done by Yoshimoto. Releases Bahagia. It's Trent Bahagia. Couldn't get away from Ryan Sanizal. Great defending from the youngster. Yotsakon.
The idea was clearly seen from Yotsakon. With the plate off to the left-hand side for Farhan Zulkifli. But we have seen glimpses of BG Tampines trying to break down Hougang United on the sides. Haven't really been successful in terms of playing that final ball across, or the last action hasn't been really effective.
Yoshimoto seeing a lot of involvement in central areas. It's the BG Tampines left back. Now he goes out wide. Yamashita trying to pick him out. Shotsakon inside to Suwa. Shonowit, who's gone to right back for the moment. Look at Higashikawa.
Well, he's a good player to have, especially when you want to press, right? He's really hard-working. He puts the shift in for you up front. Covers a lot of ground as well.
And that mold of a Roberto Firmino type of forward that you see in football. That striker can get the goals, but also presses from the front.
It's hard to do, especially when you're I wouldn't say wasting, but you're spending so much time chasing the ball, trying to get possession. You still need to stay sharp when the ball comes to you inside the penalty box. Especially as a striker, you need to stay sharper than your direct opponent, your centre backs.
As Buhaja gets it into his feet. He just had to hold it up. Here's Sumi. Shah Shahiran always looks very comfortable in possession. Number 8. Has been playing as a left back for Singapore on the international stage. Love to see him get back into a central midfield position. It's Yoshimoto around the corner for Segasumi. Run on the inside. Yoshimoto with that cross. Kimunguchi heads it out to Shah. Nice and composed Shah forces a clearance off the line from Suwa. And Suwa who clears.
Well, first piece of goal-mouth action for BG Tampines. Shah Shahiran, who's on the ball right now. Got the shot in. He took his time really nicely as well and calmly, waiting for the ball to drop.
Is there a foul? Jensen Fu points to the ball. It says, clean challenge. Play will continue while that is checked. Blasco taken out by Fox.
Sakon picked up the ball. Expecting the play to go on. So Blasco, definitely a foul there, but this is a big opportunity for Yotsakon. He had only a few BG Tampines Rovers players ahead of him and support on the right-hand side as well. This was the one here. Good defensive clearance. Just waiting for the ball to really bounce nicely for him. And I think he just toe-poked it into the goal. Luckily for Hougang United, Suwa got back into his position and did his job there.
Well, he doesn't score many goals, Shah Shahiran. He only has 7 goals in 152 appearances for BG Tampines coming into this game.
Well, he has played a lot of positions for BG Tampines. Centre back, left back, central midfield. And I think he's... well, he calls himself underrated, I think, in one of the interviews for the national team, because he has a lot of technical ability that, and also maybe intelligence to play in a lot of positions.
I think he's a wonderful player, Shah. I'm surprised he feels that he's underrated.
Or maybe he doesn't think that people are giving him enough credit for things that he does for the teams that he plays with.
Segasumi. Maybe a good thing as well.
Yeah.
To have that mentality of thinking you're underrated, play with a bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Some of the best players in world football have that sort of attitude. There's Joel Chu. Kim Munguchi, strong in the air once more. Farhan gets covered well by Irfan Najib.
But I don't think that he's extremely intelligent. That's the reason why he can play so many different positions well. Right? He understands moments, he understands tactical movements as well. Technically, he's, I think, more than averagely good.
Well, he reads the game very well, Shah. And he's still got a long way to go in terms of his career, but you could potentially see someone like him maybe once he's done going into coaching, perhaps.
Yeah, could be. I think, well, he started when I was coaching Balestier Khalsa in 2019. 6 seasons now under his belt. He has played in AFC Champions League, and now a regular starter in the national team as well. And I would expect him to be more influential as well in terms of his leadership now.
25 years of age, Shah Shahiran. There's Bahagia. Sumi. Fox. Yoshimoto picks it up again. Plenty of orange shirts in the way, sitting nice and deep.
A very controlled possession play from BG Tampines, something you would expect from them.
Panarai Pansiri spoke about wanting to make sure his side got the basics right.
Yeah.
Wasn't about doing anything fancy, just wanted to make sure that they could frustrate BG Tampines. Bahagia looking for the cutback, Chon Lowit is there. And that's an example of getting the basics right.
Yeah.
If you're a central midfielder and your defense drops off, and that's where you need to be.
Exactly, and I think so far they have done really well defensively. I think they have limited the amount of space that I'm pretty sure BG Tampines wants, especially in between the midfield and defense. And they have been hardworking, they have been covering, they have been putting pressure on the player on the ball, or besides the two centre-backs. But I think defensively they have done really well. It's, again, something that they should be happy about.
Shah. Taufik. Joel Chu in front of him. Picks out Chu. Not a bad idea, that ball in from Joel Chu. He only really had Higashikawa to hit.
Yeah.
And he knew that challenge was coming in, so he put a bit of elevation on that pass. Masua. It's a clever pass out wide to Farhan. He's got a chance to stretch his legs. Run it, Irfan. He's left the ball behind, Farhan. Vestering. Here's Blasco. Yoshihama. Yotsakon. Still with Yotsakon. Gets an effort away.
Again, these small little pockets of space, and also that spell of possession by Hougang United, they are always trying to create something, especially when the pressure is not that intensive from BG Tampines Rovers. They've had 2 shots.
Here's Shah. Bahagia. Just too much on that for Yoshimoto. And so Yoshihama. Like I said, he's another one who's looked good in those central positions for Hougang.
Well, I think he's the one dictating both defensively and in attack. He's the pivot. He controls, he organizes.
Lovely touch on the turn, by the way, that from Yoshihama.
Oh, which is why I think he's getting the armband as well.
33-year-old Ryohei Yoshihama came through with Shonan Bellmare. He also spent some time as a very young player with the Kawasaki Frontale, playing mostly the second and third divisions of Japanese football in his career. Prior to coming to Hougang, he was playing in Cambodia. Here's Farhan. Chonlawin. Yoshihama. That's Chonlawin. You can see what the intent was. Just couldn't quite execute.
Well, they have been patient as well. I think they are not rushing their attacks. Typical of Thai identity or Thai football. It's a bit more controlled, a bit more focused on the technical abilities and finding that space, or rather that the ball in tight spaces.
Irfan. Taufik. Is there a handball? No, says the referee. Arms by the side. It's the indication from Jensen Fu. And Yoshihama very calmly fires it off Joel Chu for a goal kick.
What I think Hougang United right now wants is go into half-time without conceding. Maybe make a little bit of tweak in the second half. They have done well defensively in attack. Could have attacked with a little bit more pace and a bit of intensity, especially from the left-hand side, Farhan.
Setterwood on his own. Ambitious.
Rushed decision there from number 11. Setterwood Bongsai.
Could be just the second time this season that Hougang have not conceded in the first half. The only other time they didn't concede in the opening 45 was against Young Lions, and they ended up winning that game by 2-0.
Fantastic defensive piece of action there from Irfan Najib.
Setterwood able to get away from Yamashita. Suwa can't escape from Bahagia. Irfan. Taufik. Oh, lovely from Yoshihama again. Oh. Minimum of 2 minutes added on. much in the way of clear-cut chances for either of these two sides. I think both goalkeepers having had to make just one save.
Pretty easy save for both goalkeepers to make. Again, Hougang is just relaxed in terms of the way that they are moving the ball. They are attacking or having possession, but they are happy with just keeping the ball within the midfield or the defensive positions.
Kimunguchi. Farhan looking for Yoshihama. Joel Chu steps in. Chon Lawit to get to that, and that's going to drop to Blasco.
There's no one ahead of him except for Sataud.
There's Yoshihama. Sweet left foot of his, looking to try and pick out Setterwood, but Fox is there once again, and they are livid. Not too happy with the defending out wide.
Yeah, I would be unhappy as well because there are so many players over there and everybody was just passive, just watching. And this is a difficult position to concede, especially when so close to half time and don't want to be going into the break conceding.
So late chance potentially here for Hougang. Needs a good delivery. Not too bad, that one from Farhan Zulkifli. Sega Sumi with the header. Bohaja just gets his path forward blocked. And it's half time here at our Tampines Hub. Half of limited opportunities for both these sides today.
Yeah, I think both teams, especially Hougang, I think they the more conservative one. They didn't really want to push their men forward, the players forward to go on an attack. I think BG Tampines is just managing the game. Right? They just don't want to be in a losing position, and hopefully things change in the second half.
So at half-time at our Tampines Hub, it is Hougang United 0, BG Tampines Rovers 0. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub. It's half-time between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers as we have a look at some of the stats from that first half. Pretty even in terms of the possession. 3 attempts to Hougang United, just the 1 for BG Tampines, but both teams having just 1 effort on target in the opening 45. Not too much in the way of clear-cut opportunities. Let's have a look at what we do have in terms of highlights from that first half. We start with this opportunity in the 24th minute. Hougang United with Farhan Zulkifli cutting in onto his right foot and sending his effort over the bar.
Well, I think this came after a nice spell of possession for Hougang United. Farhan Zulkifli receiving the ball on the left-hand side, cutting onto his right foot, deflected away for a corner kick.
Yeah, took a touch off Taufik Suparno as he cut in. As that left leg of Taufik stretched across, enough contact to take that away from goal. Then in the 33rd minute, a chance for BG Tampines. Yoshimoto with some good link-up play with Sega Sumi on that left-hand side. Shah, nice and composed, takes it down, and it needed a goal line clearance from Suwa.
Good spell here from BG Tampines Rovers. Shah Shairan just receiving the ball after defensive clearance and just toe poked it. Suwa just in position, get the ball away and save the day for Hougang United.
One more chance just before half-time. This one for Hougang. Yotsakon going onto his left foot and giving Shazwan Buhari some work to do. His first save, only save of the match so far.
Oh, this is the game where chances are far and few for both sides. Yotsakon here just creating something out of nothing here to his left foot. Quite easy for Shazwan in the end.
Let's have a look at what we've had on match week 5 so far. Balestier with a 2-1 win against Tanjung Pagar United on Friday. Then on Saturday, a 3-1 win for Geylang International against the Young Lions. 0-0 here at our Tampines Hub. 1-0 over the other end with the Lawn City Sailors against Albrechts Niigata Singapore. Leonard T with the opening goal in that contest. Well, let's go away for another quick break, and when we come back, we will have the second half between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub for this Match Week 5 fixture in the Singapore Premier League 2025-26 season between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers. No goals so far, and not much in the way of chances as well. Just 4 in total in terms of attempts, 1 on target each. Hougang had 3 attempts in that first half. BG Tampines just the 1, and pretty even in terms of the possession numbers as well. We're hoping for more goal-mouth action at the very least in this second half, and hopefully the teams will start to open up and chase for those goals. I might have put on a bit of a commentator's curse in the pre-match introduction when I said that we've never seen a 0-0 in the history of this fixture. I hope that is something that continues. Hide Kamis is still with me in the commentary position. Hide, what would you like to see aside from goals in this second half?
Well, again, goals comes usually from good performance, and I think we need improved performances from both sides, especially the intensity of how they are playing their football. I mean, we have seen BG Tampines always playing a bit more controlled, a bit more measured in terms of their approach, but they need points. They need points to get closer to Lightsey Sailors, especially, I think during the pre-match interview, Rahman was saying that come May, they need to be competing, they need to be there, up there, trying to compete and trying to win those matches and win the title of Lightsey Sailors. And I think it starts right now, and they need to win these kind of games, and they need to up the tempo. I think they need to understand the urgency of the situation, and they need to address it by just playing a little bit more forward, directly, faster, and play a little bit more in terms of taking more risk up front. And that should be the same for Hougang United as well. I think they are comfortable in their position. They don't want to concede. It looks like their first option is not to concede those goals. They have done it over the last 45 minutes. Right now, they have a big opportunity ahead of them, in front of them, with BG Tampines could be tiring out if they don't make any changes in their personnel. And if they want to get that first win, or the second win in the season and get their season on track, they have to, again, take more risks, get more players up front, because the number 11, Satawut Wongsai, is isolated up front.
So BG Tampines are looking to make a change, and they have done. The personnel, Faris Ramli coming on for Taufik Suparno. Faris makes his 75th appearance for BG Tampines. And that should give them a bit more going forward in terms of his ability on the ball. Nice and direct, very quick, and has the ability to make things happen. Faris Ramli score goals and create chances. He's that sort of player. It's nice to see him back in the setup as well. They had a few injury issues in pre-season, came back and then had a hamstring issue, which kept him out for a couple of weeks or so, but he's back in it, and he'll be looking to try and change things for his side in this second half.
Well, he's no more the same player as we saw him maybe 5 seasons ago, but he still has bags of experience in him. He understands where he should be exploiting. He understands moments. He gets into better positions at his age right now, and it's a good, substitute to have, a good player to have as coming off from the bench.
So here we go, second half underway between Hougang United and BG Tampines Rovers. It's Hougang United going from right to left on your screens, playing in the orange and blue. BG Tampines in the grey and black from left to right. Possession here at the designated home side. Sushihama, very secure in possession. 33-year-old finds a way out under pressure. Cheetah stepping in, getting the ball for his side. Here's Shah. Joel Chu. BG Tampines with the 4 clean sheets in all competitions this season. 4 from 9 matches that they've played. 2 of those clean sheets coming in this Singapore Premier League. Setterwood. Shah. Irfan. There's Faris. First touch since his introduction. Just send it back to Irfan. Victor Blasco tries to close down. Quickly onto Shah. Gashikawa couldn't pick out Joel Chu. Hougang can potentially break. Yotsakon. Irfan smartly lets it run out for a throw.
Oh, you're seeing more of the same from BG Tampines here, getting a lot more possession than Hougang United. Oh, Shah just playing it straight to, I think it was captain Yoshihama.
Well, they get it back. Here's Faris. 33-year-old winger, looking for Shah. It's come off Kimoguchi. So it'll be a throw-in to the away side. Taken quickly. Higashikawa with a touchback. Saved right in front of Higashikawa, but the flag is up for offside.
Well, really quick throw in there from Shah Shahiran. Moment of intelligence, just playing it straight to this player here. Higashikawa just has flicked across to Joel Chu. He's definitely in an offside position from that parry by Zafan.
That is a good save from Zafan Rahaizat.
Well, from that distance, right? Good reaction save.
It's a clean sheet intact, but Higashikawa making a nuisance of himself with his close control and ability to hold it up, bring others into play. 33-year-old striker. He joined Tampines in July from Tochigi City. He play in J3, third division of Japanese football. Faris comes sliding across. Spanarai Pansiri. Segasumi. Loses out to Yotsakon. Setterwood. Yoshihama. Good pass first time. On to Suwa. To run on the overlap. Shah. Perhaps a little bit more time than he thought. Blasco. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. Shah steps in, charges forward with it. Higashikawa off to his left. Slides it into Higashikawa. That's Kimoguchi for company. And this time around, the ball boy on the far side lets it go out of play completely before stepping in.
Yeah, just the ball just ricocheted off, and Shah Shahiran smacking it across. No real intent, no real purpose in that shot or in that action.
Kimoguchi. Blasco. Festering.
Blasco just playing a risky ball between two Hougang players. Lucky for him to still have possession of the ball.
Here's Setterwood. John Lawit gets away with that. Yotsakon. Enough on that chest of Vestering. Notsakon, centerward, he just tried to let it run across his body. Shah with a bit of a touch. Possession stays with Hougang.
Chu just allowed the ball to roll across to Blasco. Slight touch across the side of Joel Chu's body.
25-year-old who's recently passed the 100 appearance mark for BG Tampines. To his 6th season with the club over 2 spells. Couple of years with the Young Lions whilst he was doing his national service. Yellow Knights in attendance, as they usually are. These BG Tampines matches. Not had too much to shout about.
Yeah, I think tonight's been that kind of night where they have not been creating enough.
Hougang United also have the Hougang Hools as supporters club. Irfan. Fares. Good balance and strength. The Shah again. Swing and a miss. Chonlawin. Yotsakon looks to keep the momentum of the counter going. Here's Farhan. And Yoshimoto, excellent defending in the 1v1 there by Takeshi Yoshimoto.
Well, I think he's a fantastic left back. I think one of the could be the best left back in the league as well. I think his contribution on the left, but he has a lot of ground to cover because he goes up and BG Tampines, or rather when BG Tampines builds up with a 3 at the back, he's there and he has contributed quite a bit in attack and also defensively.
Yoshimoto turned 24 on the night of that game against Pohang Steelers. Celebrated his birthday, a nice gift for him. Solid performance in that match and maximum points for his side. Sumi. Yoshimoto. Still with Yoshimoto. And he forces a save from Zafan.
Again, good work from the left back. Getting far ahead. Beating 2 Hougang players before taking that shot. Testing Zafan on his near post.
Centre at one side, there was coming together. Dylan Fox is saying to the referee that he felt he was fouled. Just a delay as VAR takes a closer look at this incident. Nothing in it. Quick check. Off we go, Joel Chu, the delivery. Aggressively headed away by Sua. Shah left behind on the cover. Irfan Najib, that's a good pass. Breaks a couple of lines. Buhagia linking up with Faris. Oh, Zafar has spilled it. Chance for Joel Chu. Big mistake by the goalkeeper, but he might just be bailed out by the offside flag. Joel Chu denied a goal.
Well, Zafar making a big mistake. Just letting the ball go right in front in the 6-yard box. Two BG Tampines players were looking around. Let's look at the replay if we can. This could be quite interesting. A ball being played here from Trent. I think this was the one where he was offside. Yeah, I think he's the one who's offside. Bhagya, rather than these two BG Tampines players.
Well, frustrating one for Joel Chu. It's another player who doesn't really get many goals. And he's an attacking midfielder as well, so that's something he'll want to look to try and work on in his development. Only 8 goals that he scored in 102 appearances for BG Tampines.
Oh, that's better than Shahiran. I think by one more goal. Yeah, but he should be, because he's playing further forward, and you know, he needs to be helping his team out by putting those numbers up much more rather than the 8 that they have.
He does have 22 assists in his 102 appearances for BG Tampines. More of that creative type of player. But still, again, I think most coaches would say in the modern game,
you have to contribute. You have to, especially when you're playing just behind the striker, or sometimes he plays off the left and he comes inside.
Challenge from Faris on Farhan. Almost looking at two similar players, Faris Ramli and Farhan Zulkifli. Different stages of their careers and similar sorts of styles. Yoshimoto well positioned, good leap. Keeps possession as well with that pass into Buhagia. So a few more chances already in the second half for BG Tampines. We haven't seen much from Hougang going forward, but just like the first, it took them some time to get going. It might be the similar sort of case for them in this second as well.
A bit different now. I think Sakon is playing up front. Farhan moving to the left, and Sutawit is moving to the right-hand side.
Yoshimoto. Fox, very advanced position. The central defender, as is Shio Yamashita. Irfan Najib just tucks in, riding cover centrally. Shah, all happening down the left. Buhagia, good run inside. Yoshimoto, cross comes off the chest of Suwa. There's Yotsakon. He's got pace.
Ooh, almost.
It looked like he was going to keep it in. Shah. Vestering. There's Farhan. Look at that balance and that pace. Accelerates away from Irfan. Wants the free kick.
Yeah, I think it's a good call from Jensen Fu. I think his momentum was the one who, or rather which, just pushed him up on to the ground. Joel Chu unhappy with that tackle. was a tackle and a pull.
Irfan. This Fox. Bahagia. Well, BG Tampines looking to make another change. Standing by for the next opportunity to do so. And it's going to be Glenn Quay on for Joel Chew. Sega Sumi was on loan at the club from J1 side. Fagiano Okayama. It's Faris. Irfan. Sanizal with the header. As far as Shah on the clever touch from Shah. Good effort. Straight down the middle. And you expect goalkeepers to save those. Zafan does, but it will be a corner.
Yeah, pretty direct to Zafan. I think he just needed to move maybe 1 or 2 steps to his left-hand side to make that save. Well, the reaction from Hougang United players have been really poor here. I think nobody was stepping up except for, I think it was Chun Lawit, my apologies.
Just saying, pestering. Remember, if there's any holding going on, he's going to point to the spot. There won't be any hesitation. So the players have been warned. Kibanguchi clears. He's looked pretty good as well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Nabi Kibanguchi.
He's been a rock. He's been strong up in the air, decent on the ground as well. He's been good marking and tracking players. But pretty decent on in possession of the ball, with the build-up that Hougang wants to do.
Here's the change. Glenn Quay coming on for Joel Chew. And Glenn Quay is the club's top scorer in the Singapore Premier League with 3 goals.
Well, let's see what he can do tonight. I think the game itself severely needs something to start a spark.
Explosive player, Glenn Quay. It's Bohagia. Was he fouled? Yes, he was, says the referee, and it's going to be a booking for Ryan Sanizal.
First instance, it looked like he got the ball. Let's look at the replay here. Interesting call by Tenzin Fu, I feel.
Yellow card, perhaps a little bit harsh.
Yeah. Well, he's been pretty decent as well tonight. I think both him and Kibanguchi has been solid, both individually and as a group. Shahiran and Glenn Quay over the ball here.
Still some way out, this. Made a special hit from Shah. far off.
Yeah, not far off here. Got Zafan scrambling across.
That's a great angle. It just whipped away towards the end. Nice look from that replay. 8 attempts, 5 for BG Tampines. It's Yoshimoto. That's Kimaguchi again. Nice and composed.
Oh, Blasco has been just roaming around, really not being really effective at all up front. Well, maybe that's the role that he's been asked to do by the new coach, but it's not improving Hougang's attack in terms of numbers.
Well, that to be a clear foul by Irfan Najib on Vestering. Whistle eventually came. Bit of afters there between Farhan and Irfan.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a bit of frustration for Farhan here, I think, in the previous action.
So it's Blasco to take this for Hougang. Always so difficult in those situations when the delivery comes in like that. It's so flat and the angle isn't right.
Yeah.
Going away from goal. It puts you at a disadvantage if you're an attacker.
Yeah, exactly. I think all of them were running forward and had to hold their run because the ball was going back.
Down the other end, here is Glenn Quay. Faris. There was a shot, I think, from Glenn Quay, which needed a save from Zafan. Throws taken quickly. Glenn.
A bit more energy on the left-hand side. Glenn Quay bringing his first piece of action.
Yotsakon, he was taken out by Shuya Yamashita. He's going to be booked.
Yeah, that's a bookable offense. Shuya Yamashita just banging through Yotsakon. Nowhere near the ball at all. Well, this is the 1 year replay for Glenn Quay's shot. Well, he looked up, he's trying to look at his own teammates, no one really there. Decided to go on his own. Well, he's top scorer for BG Tampines in the Singapore Premier League.
Yeah, Glenn Quay with 3 goals. Backing himself from a tough angle. I'm sure Yamashita has taken a knock to his nose as well. And picked up a booking. 26-year-old central defender Shuya Yamashita has been at the club since January of 2022. First time he's been booked this season in the SPL. Yoshihama is Blasco. Yotsakon. Good pass out from Yoshihama. Plenty of pace on that. Blasco. Having to be patient. Hougang. And the quality in possession just hasn't been good enough. especially in the second half. Lion City Sailors, plenty of quality over there. But Ramsala makes it 2.
Again, 70 minutes have passed. We still haven't had any goals yet in this match.
This might be the very first 0-0 between these two sides in the history of this fixture.
Well, I do hope not.
Still time.
Yeah, still time. Plenty of time.
But it's just looked really uninspired from both sides in an attacking sense.
It has been dull. The game itself has been dull. Not much intensity, not much quality from both sides.
He's frustrated with himself for that pass.
Well, I can understand where it's coming from for both sides. Hougang just wants to be a bit more conservative. You know, I think not conceding is the main priority here. But for BG, could be fatigue, but they do know what's at stake. Right? They can't afford another draw or a loss. They still need those points.
You need to win these matches, don't you? If you want to challenge for the title, especially with the way it's going for the Lion City Sailors at the moment, then they need to show a little bit more in attack.
The attack have been quite static. Right? They're just in position. They are not making enough runs behind. They are not making enough runs in between.
There's Farhan. Clever. Yotsakon! Oh, Shazwan in this second half being given something to do.
But Yotsakon have contributed more in this position than when he was playing on the right-hand side in the first half. Took that first touch out, set it up for the shot. And again, it started from a bit more direct play from Farhan to Kifli, and that's exactly what the game needs. And also the fans want as well. A bit more directness, a bit more intensity, a bit more purpose.
It's a very busy penalty area, very busy 6-yard box, all going on in there. Well, that's excellent from Shazwan.
Excellent. Well, he's brave enough to get into that position. And that's what you expect from your goalkeeper. You have the advantage of using your hands.
I think that's something he's probably used to as well. He's not the tallest, and opposition sides are always looking to try and put him under pressure from those set pieces. Here's Glenn Quay. Well, off balance.
That last push from Jordan Vestring was the one who did the trick. And Quay just off balance, and the shot just wayward, totally off target.
A change for Hougang. Hugh Kamitani is going to be coming on for Chonlawit. Attacking change here.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting. I think this could be what the game needs. Maybe part of the game plan as well. Just hold off for 60th, 70th minute and see how the game goes. And introduce this change. That's when it's needed.
Here's Shah. Well, BG Tampines definitely much more in control of this contest in the second half.
Oh, they had better chances. They've created more than Hougang United. Fantastic ball.
Lovely ball in. Farid Yes, there you go. The moment of quality required. And it's Forrest Rumley who delivers for BG Tampines. They've gotten their breakthrough.
Well, the pass was as good as the goal as well. I thought the pass was a defense splitting pass. Really threaded through with enough pace, with enough weight for Faris Ramli just to take that final touch. Well, he saw, look at this pass here. I think it was Shah Shahiran. He saw two players on-rushing with the goalkeeper as well, and he just dinked it over the goalkeeper onto the empty net. Oh, Shah Shahiran, this was perfect pass from the number 8, and you have to give it to Faris Ramli as well. Calm, composed, knew exactly what he had to do. Brilliant piece of quality in the attacking third, and this is the one piece of action that we wanted throughout the whole 70 minutes. And let's see what Hougang brings across after conceding as well.
So Forrest Rumley with his first goal of the season and a goal on his 75th appearance for BG Tampines. And Shah Shahiran it was with that gem of a pass.
Underrated?
Picking up his 4th assist of the campaign. Underrated in his mind. Perhaps. Here is Forrest Rumley. Is there a foul on Hide Higashikawa?
What's the verdict here?
There's not going to be any offside flag to rescue Hougang this time.
Was there a trip? Yeah, I think Jordan pulled Higashikawa, but he was outside of the penalty box.
Jensen Fu has gotten some assistance in the awarding of that free kick.
But the mood has changed after the goal. For both sides, a bit more intensity, a bit more purpose in BG Tampines play forward.
It's a yellow card as well for Jordan Vestring. Well, he knew that if he was going to foul the player, it had to be outside the area.
He had to commit that early. Oh, Zafan's position. Let's look at his final position. Yeah, right. Oh, it's still far to his right.
Still organizing his wall.
Yeah.
Gets back.
I think there's a big space there.
Well, let's see.
For Shah Shahiran. I think this could be a good one for him.
It's Glenn Quay. He's going for that, but he couldn't hit the target.
Over the wall and over the bar as well. Glenn Quay.
Milan City Sailors cruising along. 3-0 against Elberex. Akram Azman with a goal. Yoshihama. Hougang looking for a late equalizer. There was a foul on Fox.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Oh, Lion City Sailors are pulling away already now. 5 games. Don't think they will lose this one.
It's going to be 5 wins from 5 in the league for the Lion City Sailors. They will go 5 points clear at the top of the standings. And BG Tampines, if it stays this way, they pick up the win, they go up to 8 points. They will go into 3rd ahead of Balestier and 2 points behind Geylang International. Or Geylang International, if played 5 games now. Yamashita. It's Glenn Quay off his back. Done by Vestering. Nishiyama.
Very calm from the Hougang players. Just finding the right outlet.
There's Shah. Yoshimoto steps inside. As far as Ramley. Setawood it was who put the challenge in. Nice clean tackle. Yoshihama has given space to drive through midfield, not for long. Look at that, Hide Higashikawa tracking back, and that is exactly what he does.
82nd minute, and he does that. And that's exactly what you want. Again, from your striker who leads by example from the front. Well, I'm actually surprised that BG Tampines have not done or have not made any more changes, especially when I think they have had a tough game over the last 3 days.
Bahagia, Faris, back to Bahagia. Still looking for his first league goal.
A good interplay between these two players. Faris Ramli, first touch back into the running path of Bahagia. His shot, he went under the ball and went up more than he wanted to.
Yoshihama. First time we've seen him misplace a pass in this contest. And he's been so good that fortune has favoured him. So Hougang keep a hold of the ball. That's great from Yoshihama. Not so great from Yotsakon. Smart pass on the outside to Segasumi. Yoshimoto gets it back. Shah. Ryan Sun is up. Clever turn away from Higashikawa. Left by Setawood. Kibonguchi. There's Vestering. Suwa. Kimaguchi. Yotsakon sees it open up for him.
Wow.
Oh, it's ended up in goal. That's going to be an own goal, unfortunately for Shazwan. But what a strike by Yotsakon!
Well, we needed that moment. Somebody from Hougang United just take the risk, do something out of the norm, and this is exactly what we wanted here. Yotsakon, I think he was what, 25-30 meters away. There's so much space in front of him. No one really putting that pressure across. Well, I thought maybe Shazwan could have done better with that as well. Fortune favors the brave, and that is exactly what BG Tampines didn't sign up for as well. Look at the power in that shot. I think it dipped a little bit there towards the end, and then it got caught Shazwan off guard a little bit. Well, it's still, yeah, like you said, it's still going to be put down as an own goal.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah, straight down the middle. It was swerving as well. It was moving side to side. I think BG is only themselves to blame here.
Well, we're just waiting to see if it's officially been given to Yotsakon.
I doubt so.
It was touched onto the crossbar by Shazwan and went in off his back. You'd think in those situations it'd be given as an own goal. Well, Hide, at least we don't have a 0-0.
Yeah. Well, the stand is still...
So that record stands.
Well, it is being given to Yotsakon.
Well, the information we are getting that it's going to be awarded to Yotsakon Burapa, but we've also seen already a couple of times this season where that has changed after the contest. Yotsakon has gone down in need for some treatment, struggling with some cramp. So 20-year-old Yotsakon Burapa making a huge impact. One touch.
You can see.
Just to set himself up. And he knew what he was going for.
Yeah, exactly. I think everybody in the stadium was recognizing that, okay, you have that amount of time, you have that amount of space. No one really is putting pressure on you. Just go on and hit it. And what a hit it was.
Well, I said one touch. It was actually 2 touches to set himself up. And Shazwan on the one hand has every right to say to his side, you need to go and close down, because how can he have 2 touches to set himself up? But on the other side of it, if you're an international level goalkeeper with all that experience, and it's hit with pace and there's a bit of swerve, but if it's coming straight at you, then I would imagine Hide, the expectation is the goalkeeper should be getting a better touch on those shots.
Of course, you wouldn't expect him to just catch it cleanly, right? But parry it away.
So Parinya Nusong is on for Yotsakon. Still a long way to go. Minimum of 7 minutes to be added on. So 7 minutes for both these sides to go on and find a winner. Yoshihama. Parinya. Takes it again. Low cross danger for BG Tampines. Hesitation at the back. Wow. They've escaped that. Hugo Kametani unable to put that away.
Just a few seconds before this, I was thinking the game can go either way. Oh, what a big chance here for Hougang just to nick it from BG Tampines. It wasn't far away as well. Got Shazwan scrambling across.
They're looking for his first league goal. Hugo Kametani came off his knee. Well, we've been waiting for this. The goals, the goal-mouth action from both these sides. Dramatic end to this one.
Oh, it's not always how you start, always how you end.
There's Shah. Oh, lovely again. Outside of the boot. Buhajia. Not enough juice on that cutback. Kimoguchi steps in. going to be another change. There's going to be a couple of changes. For BG Tampines, Jacob Mahler and Koya Kazama both coming on. Sega Sumi. And Trent Bahaja both off. I probably would have preferred not to have used Koya Kazama, but he was available in the matchday squad, so they brought him on as they look to try and win this. Shah, Kazama, Forrest. Shah gets it back from Kazama. Lovely play. Mahler sets it up for the strike. It's taken a touch on its way through of Ryan Sanizal. Corner for the away side. Whipped in, and late drama. BG Tampines get the go-ahead goal. Irfan Najib. Some hesitancy with the celebration.
I think it was surprising maybe to him as well, because no one really was marking him in the 6-yard box. Goalkeeper didn't really get there and get hold of the situation. I think good, fantastic corner kick delivery there from I think it was Kazama. Oh, there actually was some marking there, but just left alone towards the last part of the action. Unlikely scorer, but I don't think BG Tampines or anybody in the ranks of BG Tampines can complain or should complain.
Comes up with a big goal. Irfan Najib could very well be the winning one. Hougang still with time to change that. Fox gets in the way of the effort from Sua. There's Blasco. Kamitani, it's going to be too much for him to keep in play.
Shahzwan just taking his time.
First goal of the season for Irfan Najib. And that's his 10th goal for BG Tampines. His 143rd appearance. One more change. That's Takeshi Yoshimoto, who's coming off to be replaced by Amirul Adli. Koya Kazama also with an impact from off the bench. He came on, played in the corner, that was put away by Irfan Najib. So a couple of the substitutes, Faris Ramli and Koya Kazama, playing a big part in helping to change the game for BG Tampines. It's Kazama's second assist of this SPL season. He's got 6 assists already for the club now in all competitions. Blasco. Kibaguchi, lovely turn!
But he turned like a striker.
Finish off a centre-back. Is that what you were going to say?
Yeah, exactly. You read my mind. But look at that quality of turn to space as well. but he just didn't have that body position for him to take that finish.
That might be it. Shazwan is taking as long as he possibly can with this. Hougang's players are saying to the referee, come on. Well, that is it. Final whistle at our Tampines Hub. A slow burn. This contest set ablaze in the final few minutes with the action that we had in it.
Yeah, I think it was a lovely end to, as what you said, a slow burn. Well, it took some time for the game to get warmed up. There was too much time, but I think in terms of number of chances created, the number of higher quality chances created as well, I think BG Tampines really deserve these 3 points. And for Hougang, it's still 0 points. They go back again to play another league game. Could be in January, I think, next year, for them to regroup, for them to really understand what the club wants, the identity that they need to take the club forward. But for BG, a good 3 points in the end.
So a defeat for Panarai Pansiri in his first match in charge of Hougang United. It finishes here at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers 2, Hougang United 1. Well, let's have a look at some of the action from this contest. Not too much happened in the first half. There were just 4 attempts in total. 3 for Hougang, 1 for BG Tampines, and both sides only had 1 on target. So we'll go into the second half, and the first real chance came in the 55th minute. Yoshimoto with the effort, saved at the near post by Zafan.
Yeah, I think this was the start of number of chances created by BG Tampines. Yoshimoto just doing stuff on his own.
Then in the 70th minute, Glenn Quay, who came off the bench with a burst of pace down that left. He got his head up, tried to pick up Faris, or he thought about picking up Faris. He went for goal himself, and Zafan making another save.
Well, quick throw in here, quick decision making. I think he saw his teammate, not a good choice. Let's just go on my own and see what happens. And Zafan again being called into action.
Have a look at this goal though. Hide Shah with a peach of a pass and a smart finish from Faris Ramli to make it 1-0.
Two pieces of action. I think that pass, he was in between 2 Hougang players. He was in a perfect position, just enough for Faris Ramli to just dink it over the onrushing Zafan and away from the defenders as well. So it was a pass of high quality and a piece of high quality finishing as well.
It's an excellent goal, wasn't it? You see these little aspects of Faris just waiting for the sliding challenge to come in before picking his spot. Lovely goal from BG Tampines, and this was a good one from Yotsakon Burapa as well to make it 1-1 in the 86th minute. Going in off the back of Shazwan Buhari. I thought it should have been awarded as an own goal, but Hougang at that stage, we're going to take that.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have cared. It was awarded to.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the centre back, Kibung Uchi. He was telling Yotsakon, just go on, take that shot. You got space, you got time. You just take it and see what happens, and that's exactly what you need. Again, that risk still far off. Didn't mind that at all.
There was still time for one of these 2 sides to go on and find the winner, and it was almost Hougang. In the first minute of added time, Hugo Kametani, he just couldn't quite divert that lovely ball into the area. Couldn't put that on target under pressure from Shu Yamashita. Agonizingly wide, made to pay for that miss. Irfan Najib with the winning goal in the 4th minute of added time from the corner that was played in by Koya Kazama.
Yeah, exactly. A piece of brilliant delivery from Kazama. And again, I thought the goalkeeper could have done better because it was inside the 6-yard box. Irfan Najib, you give time and space, and nobody's really marking him as well. It's a big present to take, and that goal brought 3 points to BG Tampines Rovers.
So a great end for BG Tampines Rovers. Painful defeat for Hougang. It's another defeat in the Singapore Premier League. A big improvement in the second half though from BG Tampines. More control in terms of the possession, a bit more dominance there as well as the attempts and the efforts on target. Just 1 in the first half, added on another 6 in the second, and they come away here, as you said earlier, deserving winners of this contest based on the balance of play.
Yeah, I think BG Tampines Rovers been fantastic in the second half. Well, it started quite late, right? But in the end, they managed to pull through.
Here's what we have for you. Match week 5 wins for Balestier, Geylang, BG Tampines, and for the Lion City Sailors comfortably against Albirex Niigata by 3-0. What does that mean for the standings? Well, here you go. Lion City Sailors 5 points clear at the top of the table. 5 wins from 5. Geylang International in second. BG Tampines move up to third with 8 points from their 4 matches played. It's just Lion City Sailors and BG Tampines yet to be beaten in this Singapore Premier League season. Hougang United stay in 6th for losses from their first 5 matches. Only 3 points. Match day 1 of the Singapore Cup is up next. Geylang against Albirex, and that is on the 1st of November, right here at our Tampines Hub once more. Balestier against Tanjung Pagar United on the Sunday, 2nd of November, over at Bishan Stadium. Kickoff for both those fixtures at 7:30 p.m. Head on down to the grounds if you can to catch live local football. If you can't, join us on our coverage. Finishes here at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers 2, Hougang United 1. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for more from the Singapore Premier League.